Good morning, everybody. Happy 10 o'clock. It's Mr. Jan for another cartooning for kids with Mr. Jan. I'm all the Labor Day edition. It's Saturday. It's 10 o'clock. As you know, we've been working through the animal alphabet, so we've come to the letter M, and my son Fernando has suggested that I draw a mammoth. What is a mammoth? It is like a furry elephant. So we're going to draw a mammoth, and let us go on this magical journey with Mr. Jan as we try to figure out how to do this mammoth. I have a reference image, and we're just going to break it down by shapes. So, best as you can, let's try to do, go horizontal on your paper, trusty light blue pencil. Would like you to do kind of like a weird tilted rectangle. So it's kind of like that. Again, light blue pencil, not a big deal because once, this is just to block it out, because eventually we're going to throw some colors on this bad boy, turn it into a mammoth. So that's right, this big woolly mammoth was once a rectangle. Now it's oil. History lesson. Anyway, so that's the main body. We want to put our head kind of right over here. So we can do, let's just do like an oval. So you can kind of have an oval kind of hanging out right over here. Okay, rectangle, oval, some triangles. So we're going to do some triangles. Not triangle, rectangles. Guys, it's 10 o'clock. Mr. Janet hasn't had coffee yet. But we're going to do some rectangles right here. This is would be the left side of the mammoth. I'll do that from there. And then kind of imply your rectangle. So it's weird, I know, look, so you're overlapping, but this is the back image of, so this is the kind of showing that that's the right side of the mammoth. This facing us right now is the left side. Do another long rectangle, kind of like here, but we'll change it up and we'll give it a little bit of a bend. So it's kind of doing like this, and then the other rectangle will just kind of do that. So I have some weird overlapping shapes, but that's okay. Let's add a little bit of a hump, round out that shape. And oddly enough, if we move the light around, you think that'd be a cool spot to put the trunk? So let's start there with the trunk. We'll put the trunk, we'll kind of follow the shadow, just because lighting is weird today. Use that almost as a guide. Tilt that trunk up like this. And not to forget that our mammoths had these huge tusks. So we're going to try to just kind of a curve like that. So we're going to do that as the tusk, and then you're going to have the other tusk, the right tusk, kind of back there. Okay, so it's going, tusk is going in front of the trunk. And so that is our, that is our mammoth, and the shadow is now starting to frustrate Mr. Jan. Let's see, how are we going to fix that? Do we do this? Do we do this? Let's do that. Okay, we've moved the trunk away. Great. Okay. And so that's our mammoth. And so now what we want to do is a mammoth is not to have a lot of hair, so you can kind of even just play with it and just do. This is just me implying where I want hair to be, and I guess we would probably, you can even thin out that trunk a bit. So that's the mammoth. So now what we want to do is somehow give it some character. Obviously it has some eyes, so we'll just put a little, I'll do an eyeball right here. So that, yeah, so it's like the mammoth's kind of looking at us. And so that's our mammoth. So we've got the base of it there. We kind of blocked it out what we wanted to do. It's got toes, so we can use a little. I have to do those for toes. Okay. All right. Cool beans. Okay, so here's the fun part. Which makes more sense? Do we A, start inking it? Or do we B, put down the color first, knowing where we have to go with the ink? I'm going to go in reverse and say that I am going to throw down the color first. So first, I kind of want to do, apparently they said mammoths were brown and orange in coloring. So that's a nice little bright orange dry erase marker. Oh yeah, so we're going to do this. So again, this is kind of just a fun, and what you want to do is you really want to pay attention to what you're doing and know which way you're going. So I have a tusk going here, so any coloring that I do has to leave that like that. Okay. Interesting. What does the brown do? I could pick a little corner. Oh, that's what the brown does. So again, we can also take the brown, kind of go opposites of the way we are, and just hit little parts of the orange just to give it some contrast. Okay, so I'm actually kind of happy with that. It looks like a cave painting. Alright, so we've thrown down some colors on it, and now here's the fun part where we can now just kind of have fun and add some details. So again, my trusty fine point marker pen. I always say, find a spot, pick it, commit to it, and do it. I'm going to do the eyes first. Okay. I want to do hair. So this is just kind of blocking out where hair would go on the mammoth. So what I'm doing, you kind of just do alternating strokes. And even the way you can direct which way they go. Because it is a woolly mammoth, then I'm going to make this little line here to show that this is the left side. Okay, so I'm just going to add some more character over here. So let's build out those tusks. And it's okay that it's not like a smooth looking tusk, because it's bone, so it's okay to have imperfections when you draw something if it's supposed to be of the nature, because that's what it does. Yeah, mammoth. And then, you try to do that over there. Oh, so we gotta put its little mammoth toes. Go. And it's okay to do this. I mean, you can have fun with it. So I'm doing at least 3 just to show there's 3. There's probably like 4 or 5, obviously. So you can have fun with it though. So now we would take again. So it's good, the contrast. We'll take this darker brown and really just get it in there. So that is showing that it's in shadow, that it's behind. You can even kind of come up this way on the animal. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Bone. So to sew bone and make it look kind of natural, you can always, this is just, I like doing this. It's almost like you're doing a tree trunk. Showing the imperfections. You can drop little dots. It just shows that it's nicks and scratches and whatnot. There you go. And then we're going to want to add a little bit of color on those toes. So once again, ye old ink wash. There you go. You can even do it with this. What it does is just gives it a little bit of a, it's a little, not so much imperfection as just to show that it lives out in the wild. There you go. And these are all things, like I got this brush at Walmart, I think. So you don't have to go really expensive on your art supplies to start. It's definitely worth just playing around with it and getting a feel of what you like. I could add a little bit, makes it a little darker here, and add a little shadow underneath there. There you go. Okay, and then of course you gotta give it some kind of just give it some kind of space that it lives somewhere. But oh my goodness, I almost forgot, and we have to write. M is for, and hopefully I don't spell this, Mammoth, M-A-M-M-O-T-H, Mammoth. M is for Mammoth, M-A-M. Hey Greta, how do you spell mammoth? Because I apparently forgot how to spell.
Spell what?
Mammoth, is it M-A-M?
Mammoth?
Yeah,
M-A-M-O-T-H?
Is there two M's in the middle? Guys, this is a learning experience for all of us, that we're going to learn that...
M-A-M-M.
See guys? Two M's, that's right. It never hurts to ask if you don't know. M-A-M-M-O-T-H. Mammoth. There you go. So M is for Mammoth, with two M's in the middle. And we sign it so that you know we brought you to the dance. Alright, thank you very much guys for joining us for another Cartooning for Kids with Mr. Jan. This is the 10 o'clock edition. We'll see you at noon. Don't forget, library, we're open today till 2 o'clock, so come in, get your books, pick up your holes, get your movies and CDs. And don't forget, we are closed on Monday for the Labor Day. So we thank you for tuning in and being with us. And yes, we're open. Don't forget, this month is September. We're now in the burrs of the year. And it's Library Card Awareness Month, so if you don't have a library card, or you know somebody who does not have a library card, definitely come in to get your library card. It is free. You get a photo ID and proof of residency that you live in the area. And you get a library card, you get access to all these cool things like, well, this is free, you can just get it on the Facebook, but, audiobooks, books, movies, just things are here for you at the library, and they're free. So, we thank you. We'll see you soon, and actually, I'll see you at noon. So, alright, thanks, enjoy that. M is for Mammoth with two M's in the middle. I was today years old, boys and girls. All right. Y'all have a good day. See you in a bit. Bye.